Okay, thank you, Noel. Appreciate you being here with us today. This is Denise Hernandez with Owners Advocate Network, where we try to help anyone who is looking to become a home or business owner. And today, Noel is going to go through how to establish business credit, one of the first important and vital steps for anyone who's looking to get approved, either as a self-employed business owner for a residential loan or for a commercial loan. So Noel's going to go through, tell us all the different ways that his company can help, but also a lot of the different pieces of free education and information that any business owner is welcome to have. So, and a few other opportunities that you have to make additional money through referrals, through other resources that Noel's going to also talk about from the Business Credit Builder guide and resources or services offered. Excuse me. Anyway, I will turn it over to Noel and let him go ahead and explain further. And thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me once again, Denise, the Owners Advocate Network. Thank you very much. Denise, today's topic was different. Today's topic is mind-blowing simple steps an entrepreneur can take to raise business credit scores. Did you want me to do that one, or did you want me to do business credit? Okay.
Yes, I apologize. Yes, because a lot of the people that I invited for this particular class are maybe have applied for business credit in the past and were denied. And so, yes, please. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes.
All right, cool. All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. My name is Noel A. Booker, Sr. I am the CEO at businesscreditbuilder.us, LLC. Today, we're going to go over mind-blowing steps any entrepreneur can take to raise business credit scores. And I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get started right away. Okay, now you should see my screen, and now let's see if I could make it bigger. Okay, now we should be rocking and rolling. All righty. So, mind-blowing steps, mind-blowing simple steps any entrepreneur can take to raise business credit scores. Let's get it. Once again, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr., Business Credit Builder. Check out the contact info, and we got 3 buttons at the bottom. The first button is how to get a free guide. You can get your own free guide on how to build business credit by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. Okay. And if you want to talk to us about how we can help you build your business credit, then you would contact us by getting a free business credit consultation at /consult. All right. And if you think you qualify for funding now, then what you would do is go to businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding. Okay. So let's get started. Business credit scores. These scores are in the business's name. A business builds its own credit profile and credit score. Then the business will then qualify for greater credit. This measures the business's ability to pay and not the owner's ability to pay. Most major credit scores range from 0 to 100. Okay, your business credit score isn't automatic. It doesn't populate automatic. You got to work on it, right? Unlike for consumer credit scoring, you have to apply. Get an EIN from the IRS. Get a DUNS number from Dun Bradstreet. Tally up 3 separate payment experiences. Then Dun Bradstreet starts tracking your business's financial activity, and you get a paydex score. For other business credit reporting agencies, no payment experiences are necessary. So you start with a failing business credit score because you have no payment history. Fortunately, there is a lot you can do to raise your credit scores, okay? So, mind you, when you're setting up your business, right, you get your name, your business address, your telephone, your website, all that stuff, right? And you set up your business credible, and then you want to go get a DUNS number. And the DUNS number is an identifying number for Dun Bradstreet, right? Which is which is actually the largest business credit reporting agency that there is. So at Dun Bradstreet, they have the DUNS number. The DUNS number is an identifying number directly related to your business address, okay? Now, the pay debt score is a score that lenders look at to determine your credit worthiness. The score goes from 1 to 100. And they will not give you a pay debt score until 3 vendors have reported to your business credit profile at Dun Bradstreet. Okay, so that's the key thing. So when you're starting out, you got to know that 3 vendors reporting to Dun Bradstreet get you a pay debt score. Okay, the business credit score is a mathematical model generally used to depict a business risk, the risk of the business, okay, of going 90 days late on an account within 12 months. It differs from personal credit scoring, which depicts risk over 24 months. Your business's credit profile links to its EIN number. So you can't build business credit without an EIN number, as you already know. A business credit score depicts how likely the business is to default on payments. It has nothing to do with how the business owner pays his or her own bills. All CRAs, credit reporting agencies, show multiple business credit scores to evaluate different forms of risk. These scores are used by credit issuers, lenders, suppliers, vendors, and others who typically extend credit to businesses. There is no Fair Credit Reporting Act for business. Creditors and vendors are under no obligation to tell you which scores they are relying on. Anyone can pull your business credit report. Your business information is public record. With no applicable Fair Credit Reporting Act, you may never know who's looking at your business credit reports. That can be not just vendors, it could be lenders, creditors, also competitors, clients, and business prospects. Okay. 3 big credit reporting agencies for business credit, right? These are the 3 main business credit reporting agencies. Dun Bradstreet, they only do business. Experian and Equifax, they both do business and consumer credit reporting, okay? Smaller credit reporting agencies aren't checked as often. So the 3 main ones that you want to keep your eye on is Dun Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. The big 3 matter a lot more. But there's one more. There's one more to consider. CreditSafe. Okay. Now, CreditSafe is very popular in Europe and Austria, but it's gaining popularity in the Americas. Okay. North America and South America. CreditSafe includes financial trade payment data. It also includes lease payments, payments to business credit cards, term loan payments, other debt payments made by a business, okay? What goes into the scores? The credit reporting agencies all use slightly different methods, but the main criteria for scoring are the same. They just might have different weights. Knowing how the scores are calculated shows you how to raise your scores most effectively. Okay, Dun Bradstreet. Let's talk about Dun Bradstreet. They look at bankruptcies and liens, lawsuits against your company, your credit card payments, your bill payments. To get a pay debt score, a business needs at least three trade accounts reporting to their file, which I told you about. And it takes up to 60 days for those trades to report and a score to be established. The business credit score itself is calculated by using as many as 875 payments. Okay, so it should take you about 60 days from beginning to get so that you can see your pay debt score. Okay, if those three payments that you sent in to vendors that report to Dun Bradstreet, if those three payments are on-time payments, the score that they're going to give you is about a 76. A 70 pay debt score is lendable, but you need to be at 80 or above. So when you send them those three on-time payments, they're going to give you about a 76. So you don't have much more to go to get to an 80, okay? Pay that score, okay? Dun Bradstreet scoring criteria, pay debts. It's a weight average with more weight given to trade accounts that report higher amounts of credit extended. It gives less weight to trade accounts that report lower dollar amounts of credit. To keep pay debt scores up, if you can only pay one bill, pay the biggest one first. Past performance in bill payment is a main driver of this number, ranging from 1 to 100. The higher the score, the lower the risk. Okay, so you see something here, right? They give weight to the higher amounts. So that's key for Dun Bradstreet. Each one of these business credit reporting agencies calculate their scores differently. And it's good to know how they are calculating them so that you can make small adjustments to your strategy. Because building business credit is strategy. It's simple tasks, but the strategy, you have to think, okay? So this is one of the key points, all right? That's a good point right there. A business can get a good business pay debt credit score by ensuring payments are made promptly to suppliers and vendors. Okay, now let's talk about Experian. And the company that is at Experian that deals with businesses is called Experian Commercial. So when you ask a vendor who they report to, the correct answer would be Dun Bradstreet or Experian Commercial. See, Experian Commercial is the company. They might just say Experian, right? But the real company is Experian Commercial. Now, Experian has a large database. They apply their own analytics software. So they got this custom software. And the reports include public records, scoring, trade information, and financial history, and also court judgments. okay? And UCC filings. Experian, they have the IntelliScore Plus. This is like, okay, so all of these companies, right? Oh, shit. All of these companies, what they're in the business of doing is selling information. So what they do is gather information, right? Then they repackage the information and then they sell it, right? One of the products that Experian has is the IntelliScore Plus. This is the most popular product that they have that lenders and vendors use to determine a business's risk. Okay, so the IntelliScore Plus, historical behavior, payment history. Now check this out. Payment history is only 5 to 10% of the score. Okay, personal credit is 35% of the score, right? Okay, so for Experian, 5 to 10% of the score. Current payment status, trade balances, and percent of accounts delinquent. That's 50 to 60% of the score. The current status, okay? That's key information to know, right? Knowing that the current status of your accounts is 50 to 60% of the score. Now, check this out. Credit utilization. Credit utilization is not even indicated in Dun Bradstreet, but it is here at Experian, okay? Which is 10 to 15% of the score. Credit utilization. If you don't know what that is, you can just ask me and I'll tell you, right? But here we go. Company profile, the age of the business, industry risk, the size of the business assessed by number of employees is 5 to 10% of the total score. Another 10% of the score goes to derogatory items, collections, liens, judgments, bankruptcies. So one thing to know about Experian is that they're looking at the current payment status. The score's basis includes number of trade experiences, outstanding balances and payment habits, credit utilization and trends over time, public record recency, frequency, and dollar amount, demographics like year on file, the SIC codes, and business size, okay? We're gonna talk more about those SIC codes because that's important, okay? Now, Equifax scoring criteria. Let's talk about Equifax. They collect utility account information, trade vendor data, public records, bankruptcies, judgments, lawsuits, liens, okay? See, they're looking at those public records. Information from the Small Business Financial Exchange. That's key right there. That is key because the Small Business Financial Exchange, y'all can do some research on it, but they look at a lot of public record stuff that may even go into your personal stuff, okay? And they can look at a lot of different stuff with the Small Business Financial Exchange. If you had accidents, okay, all type of little stuff. So do some research on the Small Business Financial Exchange, which we don't have any control over the information that they get, right? They're getting information from public records. And Equifax is looking at that, okay? What can lower a business credit score? Current collections, liens, judgments, bankruptcies, and other derogatory public records, including status, recency, frequency, and dollar amounts. Increased trend in slow payment of obligations. increase in number of business credit inquiries or applications generated by the business or the business owner. The number of trade experiences, balances outstanding, payment habits, credit utilization, and trends over time. The line of business or the SIC code, size of business, and other demographic data. Okay. What can raise a business credit score? Generally, the reverse of what can lower a business credit score. Some of these steps take time. Be patient. Great business credit can be built quickly, but it's not immediate. First, let's start with the biggest things you can do. Strategy, right? Okay. Raise business credit scores. Pay on time every time. Get the most favorable funding by paying all bills on time. This means a payday score of 80 or above. Equifax risk score of 60 or better. For Experian historical behavior, payment history is 5 to 10% of total score. For SBA loans, you won't be approved with a low score, period. Chances are good the SBA lender won't even submit your application to the SBA if your score doesn't meet the threshold. How well does your company pay its outstanding invoices? How has your business payments performance changed over time? Trends. They look at trends too. So raise business credit scores, generate payment experiences. Develop payment experiences for your business. So your account with a vendor is your trade line, but payment experiences is when you go back and make more transactions, more purchases and payments. Those are the experiences. And vendors and lenders want to see you using your credit. So having experiences, the more experiences you have, the better. And you would like those experiences to be positive type of experiences, right? On-time payments or early payments, all right? Develop payment experiences for your business. This means using your credit or financing. It means paying everything back on time and in full every single time. Raise business credit scores, unleash the power of trade references, okay? Payment experience will matter the most if a creditor reports to the credit reporting agencies. But even non-reporting creditors can help if you ask for a trade reference. Trade references are some of the most subjective information on credit reports. They go beyond the numbers. Check your business credit reports regularly. Give the CRAs what they want. Is information incomplete or missing altogether? Always update your records with all the credit reporting agencies when they are changing. These kinds of changes can be in ownership, overall number of employees, business entity, address, location, telephone, all of that. When stuff change, let them know. Run your company financially responsibly. This means retaining enough assets to cover business downturns. It means not overspending. It means not taking on more debt than your company can handle. Dun Bradstreet in particular looks at chances a company will go bankrupt within a set time period. So take steps to keep your business's finances out of the red. Keep your trade payments in line. Pay your rents, utilities on time. If your business can't, talk to your providers. Maybe you can work out a payment plan. Consider ways to cut expenses if you just can't keep up. Stay out of legal hot water. You can't prevent every lawsuit, but if your business always honors its contracts and obligations, that will go a long way to staying out of court. The other legal issue is accidents. Keep workplaces clean and obstruction free. Get a risk assessment done by your insurer. They're in the business of loss prevention, and you should be too, right? Okay. See, I wouldn't be right if I didn't tell you that stuff. This stuff is like basic information, but I'm trying to be all inclusive, let you know exactly, right? Sometimes you have to hear stuff that you already know again so that you can sharpen up your skills, right? Sharpen up your strategy. Okay. Raise business credit scores, know the codes. Your business has two kinds of codes. The SIC code, which is the Standard Industrial Classification, and the NICE code, which is the North American Industry Classification System. Industries can be either restricted or high risk. If you're a restricted industry, then boom, then they just restricted from getting funding, right? But if you're a high risk, that means they give you higher requirements to get approved, okay? And that's where a lot of people fall in, high risk. In general, restricted and high risk industries have some things in common. There may be high risk of injury on the job, or industries may engage in a lot of cash transaction. This is true no matter what the safety record of a particular business or the majority of its transaction types. Restricted and high risk industries, per the SIC, these are restricted industries. Restricted industries: energy, oil trading, petroleum extraction or production, pawn shops. Much of the cannabis industry is restricted. Per the SIC, the following industries are high risk. High risk: auto sales, recreational vehicle or boat sales, travel agencies. Wow. These companies are subject to stricter underwriting guidelines. Be honest when you choose yours. And when you choose yours, you choose it when you set up your Secretary of State, because that's where they're looking. They're looking at the Secretary of State. When you set up your business, they give you an option to enter your NICE codes, right? Depending on the state. In Georgia, I know they use the NICE codes. I don't know if in other states they use the SIC code. But if you set up your company and you skip this, and they do not, like, this is where you tell the state what type of business you are, right? What you're doing, right? They ask you, well, what type of business are you? You put in your NICE code. That's how they determine. Now, lenders and vendors, they look at your Secretary of State, and they're going to look at your NICE codes to see what type of business you're in, to see if you are restricted or high risk. Okay. So if you skipped over that process of determining your code, giving them your business, then lenders can just say, hey, we don't know what they do, so we're going to put them in a high risk. Okay. So that's why you don't leave that blank. You want to tell them, right? You want to tell them what you do, and keep the name of a high risk or restricted industry out of your business name. Like Chico's bail bonds can be renamed as Chico's. This is above board and honest. And on your sign on the store, you can put bail bonds, right? But the name of the business is Chico, right? Okay. Increase your most recent high credit used. Credit issuers determine how a credit limit is a credit limit to issue based on how much you spend monthly and how recently you spent it. Get approved for limits more than 10 times of your existing limits just by monitoring and increasing your recent high credit used. And use your credit often so you can get more credit with every approval. Okay? So my basic strategy about that is for your revolving accounts, you want to at least pick one of them and use it more than often, right? And then when they see on-time payments, that's when you call them back and ask for an increase, okay? When you increase your limits, others follow suit and increase your limits, right? Okay. Tame your utilization percentage. So if y'all been listening, this applies to Experian, right? Because they're looking at your utilization. Credit issuers want to see you're using your credit, but maintaining it wisely. They monitor these stats to approval decisions. Get approved for limits more than 10 times your existing limits just by monitoring and responsibly managing utilization. Address any adverse accounts. Negative payment history can diminish your ability to get loans and credit cards. It can increase the rates and the payments on the credit and loans you do get. Know which accounts are reporting adverse credit history. Then you can work with the credit reporting agencies and credit issuers. Correct inaccuracies. Add more positive history to offset the negative. You will never know what's going on unless you check, but you're often too busy to check. Monitoring makes that easy. We make it affordable. Save 90% over what Experian, Equifax, and Dun Bradstreet charge by talking to me. Okay, so basically, this is how it goes, right? All three of these business credit reporting agencies, Dun Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, will charge you about $100 per month to get access to your business credit reporting reports. When you do business with me, I charge you $25 per month for all three, because we have a group discount because of our volume with NAV. So we have had NAV make customized reports that can help our clients and gives you the information that you need. Now, NAV has this reports that's they have the free credit reporting, and then they got like a $9 reporting. Now, whatever report you do get, it should not be the one that gives you letter grades. So don't get that. That doesn't give you the information that you need to help you strategize building up your business credit. Okay. So that's just good information to have. Okay. Here's a quick recap. Start with Dun & Bradstreet and 3 payment experiences. To get a pay debt score, new business credit scores tend to be low. Credit reporting agencies all have slightly different criteria for scoring, but results are very close. But what improves one will improve them all. Start to improve your scores with on-time payments and responsible financial stewardship. Work with the Tier 1 to start getting payment experiences. Ask for trade references. Give CRAs all the data they request. Keep trade payments in line and try to stay out of legal entanglements. Now, notice I mentioned Tier 1, right? The tiers is like, that's how we build business credit, with tiers of vendors. So tier 1 is the starter vendors, right? So when we help you build business credit, we build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors. Each tier will give you about 15 vendors. We'll ask you to pick 3 of them. Then you go get your account, you make a purchase, and then you pay the purchase. Then you pay the invoice. Then we teach you how to pull your credit reports, and we teach you how to read your credit reports, okay? Here we go. Okay, so keep trade payments in line and try to stay out of legal entanglements, all right? So the tier 1s is the starter, and we got 4 tiers to go through. Each tier, we get you about 3. You can get 3, you can get less, but a lot of clients try to be aggressive and do more than 3 accounts at a time, right? Like 3 or 4, right? You can be more aggressive, or you can be as slow as you want to, right? And it's good to, keep track of all these vendors, right? Okay. Address adverse accounts or SIC NAS codes that may be keeping scores down, right? So those NAS codes, those codes can keep your scores down. Increase your most recent high credit used, but watch utilization. Monitor your credit, your business credit, right? Okay, here goes a bonus. I'm gonna give you some starter vendors. And starter vendors change. Vendors normally change their criteria of getting approved for their accounts. So at Business Credit Builder, we have a staff that all they do is keep track of these starter vendors, all our vendors and lenders, to make sure what their underwriting guidelines are. And when they change, we either are adding them to our list or taking them off our list. So the list I have today is different than the list I had 6 months ago, okay? So this is the list for today. CEO Creator. Maverick Office Supplies is the first spot, okay? And you can go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors and check the link for Maverick Office Supplies. That's the first vendor you should be going to, right? CEO Creator, that's a good one. Barnett is a Home Depot company, so they sell everything Home Depot sells. Pilot Flying J, they have a nice, simple situation where you can get started with a credit card, with a gas card for your company, right? Straight out the box. It's good for starter vendors. Granger sells like tools and work supplies and uniforms and stuff like that, right? So all these places you can find something, right? Okay, get started now by scheduling your free business credit consultation, and we'll set you up to help you build and grow your business. Once again, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr. Does anybody have any questions? Make sure you check out my YouTube channel by going to businesscreditbuilder.us. Click the link. What else I need to tell you? Make sure you get your free business credit guide, your free guide on how to build business credit. Check out our upcoming events where we have webinars on how to build business credit. And doing my webinars is the only time that I answer questions live. Whatever you want to ask, I'll answer the questions, okay? So check out the YouTube, got a lot of stuff. Check out the blog, it got a lot of stuff. For people that want to expand their revenue, consider our partner program. Go to the website, see our partner program and how you might be able to expand your business or even start your own funding and business credit business. Okay. We're gonna leave it like that. Unless nobody has any questions. Anybody got any questions? Who's in here?
Can you tell them if they're looking for commercial real estate that what the criteria is for that and how to contact you for more information or help?
Right. So if they want to know how business credit can help them with their real estate business, we have many different programs. There are many different programs out there for real estate investors. On my website, there are videos, webinars about real estate investing on the YouTube channel. And to find out how to fit in what programs would be good for your particular situation, because everybody's different, right? Everybody's different. Everybody has a different situation. So you can get a financial assessment by just scheduling an appointment, right? So if you do the business credit consultation, that's just like a scheduler where we schedule to get time together and we talk, and I can give you an assessment of where you are, what programs that'll be good for you. Let me give you an example of a good real estate program, right? This is the fix and flip program, right? So the fix and flip program is for real estate entrepreneurs that flip property, right? So you can get full financing to purchase a property and the financing to rehab the property, but you have to show them that you know how to flip the house, and they give you 6 months to pay it. So this is like easy. I can't remember off the top of my head what the score is, the FICO score that's needed. It's not that high. I think it's about 600, but don't quote me on that, but it's not that steep, right? So the main thing is that they want to know that you can flip the house, so that once you get the house and you rehab it, that you're gonna be able to sell it. And once you sell it, they get their money, right? So 6 months. Sometimes if you don't get it sold in that 6 months, then you work with them and they give you some more time. But this is for flippers. And I just think that this was one of the programs that was really good for flippers in the real estate market. And there are other programs like equity financing, so people that got equity in their home, you can get a business loan on that. There are other stuff too. I just can't go through everything, right? But you schedule an appointment with me. We'll see what your situation is, and I direct you to the right place to help you grow your business, right? So if you don't have no credit, no of the 3 C's, then we'll start building up your business credit, right? Okay, anything else we need to discuss, Ms. Denise?
I think that was it for now, and hopefully everyone will go ahead and schedule with you directly to learn more about their own situation.
All right, all right. So when you do schedule your consult, make sure you put the Owner's Advocate Network as the entity that referred you, okay? All right, that's important.
Yes,
all right.
Thank you.
Everybody, have a good day. Peace and blessings. Take care of the family first. All right, everybody. Peace and love. One.
Thank you.